Yo, what is going on, guys? Winner Kills here, and welcome to another locals feature match. We are in round 2, picking up where I left off from that round 1 feature match that went up probably a week ago. I did miss locals. I think I mentioned that already in the previous feature match. I can't remember. As these two duelists roll comedically huge dice to decide who will go first or second. I want to see Exosister go first here. I already explained, I think, that I'd be missing one Saturday locals, but I will be attending the next week's Saturday locals. And the cool thing about next week's Saturday locals is we are doing a Heart of the Underdog tournament that will be replacing our normal Saturday tournament. And it's going to be a lot of fun. The feature matches are going to be great. I'm sure I'll be playing Speedroid, and it's going to be one hell of a time. I'm really looking forward to it, and I hope you guys are as well. So we're going to see Exosister go first here, setting 2 and passing. Not too good. One looks to be Imperm, and the other set looking to be Call by the Grave. Unfortunately, no Vadis there. Vadis would have been pretty strong. He's seeing some Exosister engine, of course, but unfortunately they do not have access to that. Call by Imperm, not too bad though. Preemptively hitting the Ashina is never really super bad. And then we're going to see him go Imperm on the Moyi, revealing Mapura, the Fighter Tenyi. That's right, the Fighter Tenyi. We're not playing Shatana anymore. At least my man, Mr. Fields, is opting to play the Fighter Tenyi, mainly because double spin Boxy, I believe, was his reasoning. And I think this was not the first time we've seen the Fighter Tenyi played. I believe a couple months back during Swordsoul format, there was a list or two that kind of popped up in different tournaments that were playing Mapura, I think for the same reason. So we're going to see him just pass turn there, and we're going to see our Exosister player lead with Terraforming. Gee, I wonder what he was going to search there. Luckily, that card will be gone for the foreseeable future, aka Mystic Mine. So we just have to Ash the Terraforming because we know it's coming. And we're going to see our Exosister player pass turn. And we're going to see our Swordsoul player lead his turn by linking into Shaman with the Moyi and the Monk. We're going to see him activate the effect of Shaman, discarding Adhara, bringing out the Moyi again, revealing the Mapura in hand, and then synchroing 8 into... We'll see what he goes for. I mean, he could go for any level 8 synchro right now. He just has to be careful which one, like, if he wants to use its effect, because once Shaman resolves, you are locked into activating extra deck monsters that are only 10E monsters. So we will see him go for the Berserker. And I think Berserker is actually not a terrible card against Exosister. Hitting Martha's out of the hand, or just outright banishing their rank 4s, not terrible. Chi-Xiao actually kind of plays into the Exosister gimmick a little bit. So we're just going to see him, swinging with the Monk, or the Shaman rather, and the Berserker. Set 1, pass. We're going to see our Exosister player lead with Dark Ruler, trading with at least one interruption there. And then we're going to see him activate Martha to start the turn, finally getting into some engine here. Bringing out a copy of Ellis. And we'll probably see him either go into a Michaelis or the one that searches a monster. Not a Sophiel. I'm drawing a blank. It's been a long time, I feel like, since I've done an Exosister commentary. I'm going to figure it out. It's not Jabreen. It's not a Sophiel. Michaelis. Magnifica. Michaelis. I don't know. I'm thinking it starts with an M. It's driving me crazy. And there it is. He's going to go for that one. I know it searches a monster. I'm not looking it up on DB. I'm not doing it. I know I can remember what this one is called. Maybe it is a Sophiel. Either way, he's going to activate this effect, detaching the Ellis, go ahead and search a Sophia. And then he's going to normal summon the Sophia. And get to draw a card since he does control another Exosister monster. And he has Ellis in hand, so we can go ahead and special summon Ellis since he controls an Exosister. And now we're going to see him go into a Michaelis. This one can search for an Exosister spell or trap. Also can banish a card the opponent controls. Quick effect. Only during the turn it was Ixie's summoned, though. Alright, I'm caving. I'm looking it up. What is this one called? It's Caspatel. Caspatel. I can't believe I forgot it. Did I get Sophia right? At least I got Sophia right. So, looks like he will use the Michaelis effect. I literally named like every other Exosister Xyz except that one. It's hilarious. So we're going to see him add Returnia, and we're not going to see, well, I was going to say, we're not seeing the Berserker, the Tenufire off here, because it's Dark Rulered, of course. But he'll get access to Returnia. He does have Michaelis. Michaelis can try to clear some interruption here. He does have to clear the Monk, though. You pretty much have to clear everything here, which he will be able to do. And it looks like Michaelis will attempt to banish the Berserker, and it's going to get traded off by the Swordsoul Blackout in the back line, coming in very clutch. Yeah, Michaelis does target, it looks like, so he'll be able to keep the Shaman, and keeping Shaman on board is just a crime. Like, the card should not be left on the field. And yeah, it looks like he isn't going to have a way to continue playing there. Our Exosister player is going to scoop. He did have Nibiru in hand, too. He was strapped, to say the least. Blackout definitely putting in a ton of work. Shout out to Imperium Duelist, guys. Check them out at the link below. Their Black Friday sale is over by the time this video goes up, I believe. Thanks to everybody that shopped and used my code, which, by the way, is WinnerKills 10 off. You guys can always use that to save 10% off your entire order when you enter it at checkout. And also, don't forget to use my TCG Player affiliate link to support the channel just by shopping and checking out using that link. At no extra cost to you. So we're going to see Exosister go first here in Game 2. And starting with Martha into Ellis, and then we're going to see him activate Pot of Prosperity to dig a little farther, revealing another Ellis, Trap Trick, Vadis, Ellis, and Pax. So revealing basically 1, 2, 3, 4 cards there, since two ofs showing up right there, 2 duplicates. So we'll go ahead and take Trap Trick, which could be pretty potent with, you know, things like Artifact Scythe or Artifact Sanctum being a thing. Of course, it could also just be Imperm if he wants it to be. So we're going to see him overlay that Starlight, Martha, and the Ellis into Michaelis. Michaelis effect to search a spell or trap. He will go ahead and search Vadis. Also, not to mention, Trap Trick can also just be other copies of Returnia or Vadis, which is nice. A little in-archetype synergy there. It's always nice when your side deck cards can mesh with your engine cards. So we'll see if he has another extender here. Looks like he does. He does have the Sophia. And Sophia cannot use her effect right now because he is under Pot of Prosperity. Obviously, he cannot draw cards the turn that you use Prosperity. Such a fantastic card, is especially in a deck that has a flexible extra deck like the Exosister deck. Was luckily able to find at least a side deck card. I'm interested to see what the Trap Trick will go for. So we'll see him pass turn there. Swordsoul player looking like they have a lot of gas here. They've got Ecclesia, Pot of Desires. It's always a good sign. We're going to see him special summon the Ecclesia. I see Imperm as well. They opened very strong here for going second. So activating Ecclesia. Looking to possibly chain Vadis, but he will just go ahead and use Ash Blossom. Always a good spot to Ash on the Ecclesia. That and Emergence, whatever they start with first. But luckily, the Ecclesia is not getting ashed for nothing. It is paving the way for a Pot of Prosperity in hopes that it will resolve, and it looks like it will. To draw 2 new cards, hopefully finding some side deck cards here. Looks like he did. And that of Lightning Storm, and that's definitely going to force out the Vadis. And the Trap Trick is a little bittersweet here because, of course, he could chain Trap Trick right to get Artifact Sanctum, but then Artifact Sanctum, you know, on resolution of the whole chain is still getting blown up by the Lightning Storm. But, you know, you could still do it to deck then. You might as well, right? So it looks like that's exactly what's happening. Chainlink 1 Lightning Storm, Chainlink 2 Vadis, paying 800. Chainlink 3 Trap Trick, banishing and setting Sanctum. So we're going to see everything resolve in sequence here. We'll go ahead and summon out Sophia and the Irene. And it's very unfortunate that waited that long to use that Trap Trick. That is just unlucky that he was able to dig into the Lightning Storm. I mean, he probably felt safe when he didn't start with the Lightning Storm. He started with Ecclesia, but I mean, at that point, like, what if you started with Lightning Storm? You know, you're in the same position regardless. Probably would have been better to shotgun, but hindsight's 20/20, right? We'll see our Swordsoul player continue to play here, going Emergence into Moe, they just have everything here. Moe reveal Vishuda. One hell of a card to reveal. See him Synchro 8. Most likely into Chi Xiao. And honestly, this actually I think is just going to be game. We'll see him draw one off the Moe, Chainlink 2 Moe, Chainlink 1 Chi Xiao, the classic, right? Takes me back to when times were simpler. Activate Long Yun effect, discarding the Vishuda. And with no interruptions left here from our Exosister players, you know, our Swordsoul player is not going to play into the Exosister gimmick right now. And we're going to see him Synchro 10. And if he goes for the Cheng Ying, Supreme Sovereign, there are quite a few banished cards, 10 from our Swordsoul player and 7 from our Exosister player. That is 17 total. Means this Cheng Ying is going to be boosted up by quite a bit. Looking to go for Sinister there, but deciding to go for Supremes. That's definitely the superior option. That's gaining 17. All monsters the opponent controls right now are losing 17. So this Michaelis is only at 800 attack, and that Sophia is zeroed out. So he will take quite a bit of damage there. 4,100 damage, I believe, or 3,900 damage over the Michaelis with the Cheng Ying, and then 2,800 direct over the Sophia. Just double checking here, reading the other Exosister monsters, make sure he's not taking some kind of bait. One funny thing here, though, is this actually should be game. I'm not sure how life points were not calculated correctly. I'm thinking our Exosister player forgot to pay 800 for their Vadis, thus the the 800 not reflecting on their life points. But that should just be game. I've already put up the tick mark for our Swordsoul player. He draws and scoops the next turn. Anyways, he draws into Imperm with an Ash in hand. No way to play. And we're going to see Swordsoul take it 2-0. Last but not least, a huge shout out goes to our Divine level channel members who are Pony Start, Cadillac 84, Justino, HDH Cyber, and Mizvid. Thank you guys so much as always for your very kind and extremely generous support of this channel.